Okay, you're working out, you're lifting the weights, you're doing the training. You're trying to do everything right, but still you're not getting the results that you wanted to get from your strength training. You're not feeling the strength, you're not feeling this increased energy, and you're not seeing this muscle tone, aka muscle mass that you were promised. So you're wondering, what is going on? If you're a woman over 40 years old and you're frustrated with your strength training workouts or results of those strength training workouts, pay really close attention to today's video. I'm going to break down the most common mistakes that women over 40 are making when it comes to their strength training workouts. And these things are the exact reasons why your workouts are not delivering. And yes, I made all of the same mistakes myself as well. And everything got so much better when I changed my strategy in my late 30s. And this strategy continues to serve me really well, and I know that it's going to be super beneficial for you too. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the most common mistake. You're lifting way too light. If you're a beginner, starting light is completely fine. And if you've never worked out before, or you've had super long break since you last worked out, then starting with body weight is absolutely all right as well. But if you've been using dumbbells for, let's say, 2 months already, and you're still deadlifting with 5 to 8 pounds, now this needs to change right now. It really is time to level up. Think about all kinds of weights that you use in your everyday life. What do you think, how heavy is a bag of groceries that you pick up from the store, walk outside with it? You're gonna put it in a car, then you're gonna take it out of the car, carry it into your house, maybe even up the stairs. Do you think it could be more than 5 or 8 pounds? I'm pretty sure there's more than that, and you can easily do it. So why are you still afraid of lifting heavier weights when you're doing your deadlifts? Why are you still sticking with 8 pounds, for example? And if you're now watching saying, I don't lift 8 pounds, I use 20s for my deadlift, ask, how long have I been doing this? Because it's been already several months, then it's time to level up, and most likely you can do it. Right now, if you're listening to this and thinking, oh, this could be me, then I can almost guarantee that you could easily add 2.5 to 5 pounds to your upper body weights, whatever you're lifting, let's say overhead press or bench press, and most likely you can add 10 to 15 pounds to your lower body exercises, such as squat, for example, or lunges. Could you do that? Have you tried to do it? If you haven't, go ahead and try. And if it's too heavy, oh well, you can just put the weights down. But you have to level up and push yourself a little bit more with weights, because the weight that you've been using month after month after month, they stop working. Your muscle need continuous stress and progressive overload in order to continue changing and strengthening. Strength training means that you have to challenge your muscles. And this simply is not happening if you're using the same weight month after month after month and you don't push yourself. Now I get it. One reason why this happens, why people stick with those light weights, is that they often do circuit workouts or strength circuits at the gym, or they follow YouTube videos or whatever that move so fast that there's literally no time to even put your weights down and go find something heavier. And this fast speed, fast pace of things is what brings me to the second reason why you're not seeing results right now. The second mistake is this. You're most likely doing a lot of fast-paced circuit type of workouts. This one hits home because I used to do a lot of circuit workouts. I used to even teach those circuit workouts myself. I was a bootcamp trainer for many years. And while this is a lot of fun, I loved my work, I now realize that this really wasn't the best choice of workout for most of my clients at the time. You see, I was in my 20s. And I could do whatever I wanted. As long as I stay active, I got results. And I did a lot of circuit training. And this is what I taught to my clients who were mainly 40 or above. And I just know now that would have served them so much better to do heavy strength training. Just at the time, I didn't know any of it. But as I got older and learned so much more, I realized that what works in your 20s is not necessarily the same thing that's going to work for you in your 40s. In your 40s and beyond, muscle is the real currency. Muscle is what supports your energy, your bone density, and I mentioned this in almost every video, how important it is for women. Bone density comes through strength training. Muscle also helps you to maintain a good hormonal balance, higher metabolism. There are so many reasons, and all of these things become more and more important in our 40s and up. But those fast moving circuits where you jump from one exercise to the other don't really do that job. They don't really help you to build muscle. These fast-paced circuits are almost like a mix of a little bit of strength and a little bit of cardio. So you're doing a little bit of both, but you're not getting really good at either. So if you're saying that you're using dumbbells, that doesn't mean that you're doing strength training. If you're doing these fast-paced circuits, moving from one exercise to the next, you're actually not building muscle as well as you could. And while you might say something is better than nothing, I argue that if you already put in the time, you take that time out of your day to do your workout, then might as well use it in a better way, in a way that actually builds your muscle. Yes, you might be feeling that you're doing a ton when you are doing those circuits. You're sweating a lot, you're out of breath. The feeling is like, yes, I accomplished a lot, but this really isn't the type of training that builds your muscle. I have a free workout guide that I want you to know about. It's called Fit from Scratch, and it includes 2 versions of workouts. So you get 3 body weight workouts if you're a complete beginner and 3 dumbbell workouts if you already have some experience with dumbbells, or at least you feel very comfortable with your body weight training. So now you can take the next step and try out some dumbbell workouts. I will send you the downloadable PDF with the workout plans. There are clickable links. You can click on them and see me demonstrate each one of the exercises. And I have just added follow along videos for each one of these workouts. So you can literally see how I do these workouts and you can do them together with me. And I just mentioned that those fast-paced circuits are not true strength training because you're just moving so fast and you don't get any rest. Well, in these follow along videos, you see exactly how long to rest, because I am taking these rest periods and literally sitting down and resting. And this is what I ask you to do as well. If you're tempted to move on too fast, don't do it. Don't skip forward. Literally sit there with me, rest and recover, and you will understand what it really means to take a break between your sets so that you are ready to move on to the next set feeling fully recovered and ready to go again. So this workout plan, Fit from Scratch, is in the description below. Go ahead and click the link, download the guide, watch the videos, do the workouts with me, and let me know how it went for you. The third workout mistake that is holding you back from getting results is this. Your exercises are in a completely random order. Yes, exercise order matters, and there's actually the real science behind that. In a well-designed, true strength training program, compound lifts come first. Compound lifts are your deadlifts, squats, rows, overhead presses, and bench presses. All the movements that use a lot of muscles at the same time, use a lot of joints at the same time. So they are different from isolation exercises such as triceps kickback, for example. But in a lot of classes or in random little videos that you find online, one Instagram, one TikTok, one Pinterest, whatever, you can see how the exercises are just done in a random order. For example, you could be doing something like this. Let's start with a biceps curl. And then we're going to do a deadlift. And then we're going to do some triceps kickbacks. And let's throw in an ab exercise. And we're going to finish with squats. That is all over the place. And if you do things this way, this is why you're not getting results. And the worst part, you're probably using the same weight for all of these movements. Your deadlift weight should be very different from your biceps curl weight. When you think about these 2 exercises, your deadlift uses your whole entire body. Everything is involved in this exercise. And then in a biceps curl, you're using your biceps muscle. Now, does it make sense to use the same 10 pounds for your deadlift that you just used for the biceps curl? If you feel like, maybe I'm leaving a lot of gains on the table if I use those 10 pounds for my deadlift too, you are right about that. So the exercise in these classes and little videos and when you're programming yourself, taking bits and pieces from here and there, your exercises are often in a completely random order. And what I see sometimes when I walk by an exercise class is not only that the order is weird, also the exercises themselves don't make much sense oftentimes. I'm not saying that this is always the case, but sometimes I see things like jumping jacks with 2-pound dumbbells, which doesn't make any sense. Or 20 seconds of mountain climbers followed really quick by 20 seconds of triceps extensions. This is a mess. And things like that are a big reason why you haven't seen results yet if this is how you've been training. And of course, it doesn't have to be exactly like that. You may have a different order, different exercises, but if there is no proper sequencing, if there's no rest periods, if there is no progressive overload and increasing weights over time, that's what it means, then this is why you have been so stuck. So like I said myself too, in my 20s and even in my early 30s, I focused a lot of these circuit type of workouts and I made all of the same mistakes. I used pretty light weights, way lighter than I could have used. I moved really fast. I didn't have any breaks between my exercises, and the order was also random and exercise combinations were just random. I did all of that too because I really thought that the more I burn, the more I sweat, the more out of breath I am, the better it is. But it really does change in your 40s, even late 30s. This is a time when you really have to start paying more attention to what actually builds my muscle, because this is the most important thing about your workouts right now. Am I building muscle? It's not about burning. It's not about, checking your watch. How many calories did I get rid of? It's none of that. It is about building your muscle mass so that you can be healthier and stronger and you have your muscles showing. It's not to mention the metabolism, the hormonal benefits and all of that. It's so important that you understand what type of work you need to do in order to build more muscle versus how can I burn more calories, how can I get sweatier. If you want to see how to really do this and have something to follow, then go ahead and get my guide, Fit from Scratch. In this guide, you're going to use weights that are appropriate. You're going to rest enough between your sets and your exercises will be in the right order so that you can really maximize your results. No more guessing, no more doing random stuff that doesn't work for you. This guide will really help you to understand what strength training should really look like. And like I mentioned before, there are two options you can choose between: the body weight only if you're a complete beginner, and now I have also added the dumbbell version if you want to go ahead and try that one out. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also check out the next video. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you again soon.